Right, I hope I've pressed the right button. I think we're live. It says it's been live for 5 minutes. Whether it actually has or not's another story, so I presume somebody will tell me if it's not. So hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream, the first one in a while from my channel HEMR Railway. This is live stream number, well in the episode HEMR Live, number 34. And today, for the first time, we are on Train Sim World 5. Well, not just Train Sim World 5, but the first time we're on Train Sim World doing a live stream, which I have not yet done. Simply because my internet wasn't good enough, didn't have the capture card to do it, and my Xbox crashed playing a route any newer than Train Sim World 2/3. But with a new, although you can't see it, Xbox Series X, me £450 lighter, and another £20 for a capture card, here we are. So, as you've seen by the title and the description today, well, and actually on screen, forgetting that you can see that as well as me, it's the entire point of doing a live stream, but as you can see on screen, we're going to be trying to do the scenario today, which involves taking Flying Scotsman back up to 100 miles an hour, just as she did in 1934. So, that's the plan for today. We're going to take us roughly about an hour and a half. I generally seem to complete scenarios a bit quicker than that, but we shall see, and I'll try not to completely screw. I almost didn't. Oh well, I almost screwed up at the start. You've seen in the chat I've said it's the first stream in a while, something usually goes wrong. It nearly went wrong. In OBS there's a button to press start streaming to get the software kicked into gear, and then there's a button next to it to press go live, which means to tell YouTube to push the live stream out and tell you what I'm streaming with notifications such. I almost didn't press that, and for about 30 seconds I thought, yes, I'm not getting a notification on my phone that we've gone live, and I'm like, yes, might want to press go live. That might be an idea. Otherwise I'm going to spend an hour and 45 minutes talking to myself. If you see me looking over here, that's because the game screen, the main game screen, is straight in front of me over here, and I've got OBS and all the parameters and stuff over there, so I can just check everything's going okay. This is wireless headset. I'd put the proper, in fact they're only beanbag, I'll just get them. I'd put the proper gaming headset on, but it makes me look like a cyborg out of Doctor Who. So I've just got one in, and also with those, if you seal against your head, you can sort of hear your own voice echoing around your head. So I've just got a wired pair in, and I've got my wireless mic down here. I have checked the audio levels before we begin. I think everything is okay. Well, everything, I checked it with a pretty loud engine earlier and with me speaking, and I think the audio levels are okay. They shouldn't be too deafening. So if they're too loud or too quiet, either my voice or the game volume, obviously we've got no game volume at the moment, we will shortly. If there's any problems with the audio or video, please do let me know, and I'll do my best to change them or alter them and get them perfect. So, I think that's enough waffling to begin with. We'll get into the scenario and see if we can't get Flying Scotsman up to 100 miles per hour. I'll just say hello to Pete, who's in the chat at the moment. Thank you very much for joining, Pete. And he says, didn't you do that once? Spoke to yourself for a while, as I think it was the mic or something. Yeah, the wireless microphone, the on button also serves as a mute button, so you can turn it on, and if you press the on button again, it mutes it. And I think I'd accidentally pressed that or knocked that, turning it on. Me trying to turn it on when it was already on, and then I muted myself, and there was just sort of me speaking, well, either speaking to a camera, you just see my mouth moving and no sound, or there was just the live stream was silent for a while. I can't remember if it was when I did a face camera in or not. But yeah, that did happen. So let's crack on and get into the scenario. Everything looks good so far. No drop frames, Wi-Fi looks fine. The computer's not melted down in the thermonuclear incident yet. That's good. How hot's the air coming out of the fan? Oh, not that bad actually. Right, so re-record as opposed to re-record. I think that's supposed to be pronounced. It makes sense to be like that, wouldn't it? So, and already things are going wrong because there is no Xbox volume. Moderately concerning. Let me pause the game because I don't want to get behind time. Why have we no Xbox volume? Yeah, that is concerning. It's not showing up. Let's have a look in settings. Although again, it might not let me change it while I'm live. Oh, that's helpful. It's just completely not there. Well, that's odd. I'm presuming you can hear me. I mean, OBS says you can hear me, but whether you can or not's another story. Well, you can see. You can see it, so why hasn't it picked up the audio? So if I just wiggle that backwards and forwards to make some get... No, you can't hear that. So, properties. Device, USB 3 video. Audio device, digital audio interface. USB 3 digital audio. Right, let's try OBS settings again. Audio. USB 3 digital audio. Can you hear that now? No, it says you can't hear it. Well, that's helpful. This has gone well. I tested this, had tea, and then came back upstairs, and it's broken. So let's turn that off. Pete, if I wiggle this backwards, well, I'll tell you what. Can you hear Flying Scotsman in the background? Can you hear the air pump? I can't hear it though. Yeah, I didn't think you could. I could try unplugging it and replugging it again. Let's just turn. Yeah, there's no levels on it. I can see when I speak, I can see the microphone shooting upwards into the yellow and red area because that's recognising volume. With the Xbox, it's not. So I'm going to unplug the capture card and try again. So either that's frozen or gone black. No, okay, it's just frozen. It's not gone black. Let's try plugging that in again. It was working earlier. And this is going to be pretty crap if it's not got any sound in. So let's reset that. Okay, that's back on now. Yay, we have sound. Pete, can you hear it now? Can you hear the air pump? I think it's an air pump. I think it's a pump for the air brakes. Oh, there's a 66. You should be able to hear that. 66. That's behind there. Look. Hopefully you can hear it. If it's too quiet, let me know, and I can turn the game volume up, or I can turn my volume down. That's fine. I don't mind messing about with that. OBS is showing as you can hear the Xbox now. So hopefully you can. I'll just wait until I get confirmation of that before I begin too much. But there's the beast we're driving today. And it runs a damn sight smoother, I tell you, on a new console than one that's 8-year-old. Oh, there's the back of that 66. Pete says a bit quiet from the loco. Okay, well, what I shall do is I'll turn it up, but with the safety valves blowing off later and going at full pelt down the ECML, it may get a bit loud. So, how does that sound now, Pete? Let me just lock that so I don't move it accidentally. Just because when I tested it, stood next to a 47 earlier, but obviously it may be different with different locos. I just quickly tested it earlier. So when we get going, it may be that the safety valves and the whooshing of the steam and the air, it may be that later it needs turning back down again because my voice is too loud, or you know. So if at any point you can't hear me or I'm too loud, just let me know as soon as possible and I'll try and fix it. So to prevent being any later than we already are, because I think we're supposed to be departing at 10:05, we'll get sorted. So unlock the doors. Whoops. There's a 801. 801/2 because it's a 10-car version, not a 5-car version. Let's go. So unlock the doors. We're on air brakes, I think. Not the vacuum brakes, dual brakes, so that means we're using the air brakes. Well, you can use either, but it means we're using the air brakes. So if we set that to about 30%ish, that means it won't take as long to release when we need to get going. We'll set that to forwards. Oddly, on the Flying Scotsman, left is forwards and right is backwards. I just thought it the other way around. And also on the bulkhead here, you can see forwards is at the bottom and backwards is at the top, which is a little bit strange if you ask me. So we'll get the steam heat open for the passengers. We will turn these cab lights off for now because they can be a bit glary. Damper shucks, we're not going anywhere. Cylinder drain cocks are open. Need to reach around the fireman's leg, get the AWS on. And clear that. There's another train outside somewhere. Yeah. 801. We'll get the... Do you want the cab light on? No, it'll be enough with the fire, so if it gets too dark in the long tunnel, I'll can always turn the light back on. And I think that is everything. Pete says that's better. Good. I might have already read that out, actually. So, yeah. We'll see how we get on. Let's have a cheat and look down the list of tasks. So, forwards, release train brake. Yes, that's fine. Reach 50, reach 75, Retford Newark, Grantham, reach 100, speed test Peterborough. Okay, so that should be fine. So let's just have a look at the camera angles and get something near like what we might be using earlier, so there's not too much faffing about. Yeah, that's fine. Oop, that's at the back of the train in the middle of Doncaster. Yeah, back at the front. Centre, head out, head further out, centre. Yeah. Right, I think we are good to go. And these passengers are going to take 3 minutes to load, so we are departing late. But never mind. Well, we might as well have a walk outside while we wait. This is going to take a while. Is it not going to let me shut the door? No? Okay, it is going to do that. What I have actually done, I think the last time I did a Train Sim World video, I said I'd turned there's a white dot that's usually in the middle of the screen. It's like a pointer that obviously shows where you're looking and what control you're highlighting to change. And I said I'd turn that off so that when you stop moving the camera it disappears. I actually the other day turned it fully off so that, as you can see, if I wiggle my camera around now, there's no white dot and the white dot doesn't reappear. Because I can actually manage pretty well, actually. Ooh, I'm being shoved along by a bloke with a backpack. I can actually manage pretty well without the white dot. I've been playing this game a while. I've got a general idea of where it is. And driving quite a lot of locos over the past few days, it has actually been quite nice to play without the white dot on, and it's a lot less visually distracting for you lot as well. So that's why I've turned it off. Still at red. I can hear, yes, I can see another 801. We've seen plenty of 801s and a 66 so far, so we'll see what else we come across. I'm very familiar with Doncaster. I don't necessarily live locally, but going to London all the time, going to King's Cross, this yard over here quite often has 91s. Several. Last time I went through, it's been a few years ago now, they have several 91s lined up there, and especially over at that end as well. There's quite often a few HST carriages. And when I went over and tested this earlier to get the audio right, there was a couple of 47s and a 166. Well, half of a 166. No, 1663 car. So there was the front car of a 166 over in the siding behind there. Oh, it's time to go, it says. So yeah, I am quite familiar with Doncaster, and this route in general, to be fair. Right, lock the doors. Not that I've been able to play it until I got the Series X, because with my 1S, my Xbox One S, right, we'll wait for the brakes to come off. A tickle of throttle. I'm not going to set it to 25 straight away, because it'll just wheel slip. But yeah, I've not been able to play this route much, because it just runs so bad on an Xbox One S, and the throttle, not the throttle, what am I on about? And what happens is all the textures just go really bad, so like you just get big blocky textures, all these gauges just turn into a pixelated mess. Flying Scotsman just turned into a pixelated mess. The track, the station, the 801s look terrible. So I've not been really able to play it that much up until recently, but I have definitely been enjoying it since I got my Series X about 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, I would not recommend jamming your regulator to 25% like the game suggested to set off. Flying Scotsman, and to a lesser extent the Jubilee and the HF are particularly prone to wheel slip, so I would recommend exercising caution. Taps a bit more and get the reverser down to leave it at 45 for now. And I'll get some more shots later, but for now I'll assume my position of the window. A bit foggy as well. Right, so we're going to want, before we get too much speed up, the damper open, and we're going to want our mate Susan getting some coal on the fire. Let's not whack that into the sander. And, well, First task is to get to 50 mile an hour, which shouldn't be too difficult. I'm hoping this fog clears up. The pressure's coming up nicely now. Well, I should actually say, unlike in Spirit of Steam where the fireman just shovels nothing, like he pretends to shove his shovel into the coal and then throws nothing onto the fire, which I mentioned before, they just didn't bother animating the fireman, so, you know, open the firebox door, just simulate stuff going on, but Susan doesn't actually do anything, which is a bit poor, so, we'll just have to pretend, drop that down to 20, get the taps open. Right, we are how many coaches have we got actually? Is that 11 coaches? No, that's definitely... I wondered why we were accelerating so quickly. I'm like, surely we've not got 11 coaches. No, we've got 1, 2, 3, 6 coaches. That's cheating. We've reached 50 mile an hour. Good work, I missed that. Kind of wanted to read that. Let's go on to the messages. We've reached 50 mile an hour, good work driver. Now bring her up to 75 mile an hour. So 75 mile an hour being the mainline speed limit for steam locos, apart from, you know, exceptions like this and Bittern, I think, got allowed to go to 90. And maintain that speed until the go ahead, until given the go ahead for the 100 mile an hour attempt. Okay. Shall do. Let's drop the reverser back. I think I've mentioned this before as well, but in this game, I think in the tutorials it tells you to put the regulator at 25%, and well, yeah, that will mean you don't have to open the dampers as much and you don't have to open the firebox door as much. It just means that your acceleration is really slow, and I find at 40, you know, there or thereabouts, you can manage pretty well. I generally don't drive at 25%, so it just means that climbing up hills is just painfully slow. It may not be the way to do it in real life, but for Train Sim World, it's not doing me wrong, so I'll get that damper back open to 50. Yeah, that's all. I've mentioned this before as well, I don't often like the idea of opulating. We're not on about drugs. What I don't like doing is opening the regulator or the throttle on diesel locos fully, so unless we have to open it to 100% to get to 100 mile an hour, I don't particularly want to be jamming it all the way, so we'll see how we get on. The message is coming through. Everything looks okay, still no drop frames, that's good. And I don't think the live stream will be coming through at 60 FPS just because I don't think my capture card's good enough to do that. It was a cheap £20 on Amazon. But it looks to be coming through relatively smooth. So, now that we've got moving, I am just going to preemptively turn the volume down a little bit, just because I don't want it to be too deafening. So I've just turned it down a little bit and hopefully you can still hear me. OBS says that my voice is much louder than the Xbox One. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. I'm going to go back up to 40% to get some more speed out of it. I'm going downhill, so that is good. Right. I wish this fog had cleared up. It's alright doing 100 mile an hour speed attempt, but you can't see it. Further up you can see the name badge, that's better. Soon got up to speed quick. This definitely would not be this fast acceleration with 11 coaches on. It does make you wonder how all this flying metal flying around at God knows what RPM manages to stay in one piece. Just check we're not speeding. Yeah, we're not speeding. Signal's still green, so that's fine. To get rid of the HUD, if you press and hold the menu button, the bottom 3 lines on an Xbox, that gets rid of that nicely for you. Good for photo opportunities and doing things like this. Oh, 66 there. Lovely. I need to stop whacking myself with the cantina poles. Hey, that looks good, doesn't it? I'm not even doing 100 yet. Very nice. I'll just check the speed limits. Yeah, we're doing fine. Yeah, 100-mile-an-hour speed limit with 6 coaches is cheap. There must be some regulation based on how much load you've got to be pulling behind you to get a speed record. Because I've no doubt Flying Scotsman could do 110 if it was by itself, just local 10 for a bit. Pete says looking good from here, George. Thank you, Pete. Hopefully the sound's alright. Hopefully it's still okay. I like the 2 different kinds of lubricator we've got there. Well, 2 different styles. I suppose they're both doing the same purpose. Mechanical lubricator, not displacement. Check of the limits. We're doing fine. We're going downhill now, so we will get some nice speed up to 75. Oh, I'll do my trademark looking at the 3rd cylinder connecting rod as well. You can just see it in there. Whipping round. Oh, let's get the badging. That looks good. You can see, if I back up slightly, you'll be able to see. Oh, we're at 75. Please maintain at 75 until instructed to open the train and make the attempt to 100 and lower the speed. So, we leave the. I'll explain why I leave the regulator cracked open in a moment. Let's get some braking on and then take it off. Anyway, as I was saying, it's good that. Badge, 3rd cylinder connecting rod, or crank, and the valve gearing as well. Lovely. So the reason, which I've explained this before, but for anybody who's not heard it, I'll explain it again. They do this in real life, as far as I'm aware. The reason why they leave the regulator cracked open a few percent is because obviously you've got probably, I don't know, 100 kilos of metal flying around at 75 mile an hour there. If you inject just a little bit of steam, so 5%, not enough to necessarily cause the train to accelerate, but if you just leave the regulator cracked open a little bit, that just admits a little bit of steam at the end of the cylinder, at the end of the stroke of the piston at either end, so that it's not bashing around quite so much. And I think it just generally helps to cushion the effect of the cylinder battering against the end of it, but you know, changing direction very quickly at either end of the cylinder. As far as I'm aware, it just helps to reduce wear and tear and just makes things run a little bit smoother. And also, I suppose, if you shut the regulator completely, then what would happen is your cylinders would go cold, and obviously if you inject hot steam into a cold cylinder, it condenses to water, which is why you have to open the cylinder drain cocks when you do stood at a station. I presume if you also shut the regulator fully on the move, you'd also have to open the cylinder drain cocks with it as well. So that is why I believe, or why I've been told, that they just leave a little bit of regulator open rather than shutting it all the way. I think we are blowing off. So while we're not accelerating too hard, I'm going to shut this and then shut that. So ideally I don't want to be wasting steam straight out of the chimney. We just need to try and maintain at 75. We're a little bit slow, but I'm not massively concerned. Pete says sound is good. No, I can't read. Sound all good too, thank you, Pete. So apart from having to unplug and replug the capture card and remember to press go live, we're actually not doing too bad. Very good. Let's have a look at some of the dials, shall we? Steam chest pressure. That's always going to flick about all over the place with the piston back and forwards. Touching 85, that suggests nothing in the vacuum, obviously thrown air. And over here at the fireman's, boiler pressure is dropping concerningly low because I need to fix that. Not that concerning, just I'd shut it just to stop us blowing off. And we're not accelerating too hard, so that's not actually as concerning as I thought. I generally on the Flying Scotsman try to maintain it about the 12 o'clock position as opposed to the one sort of 1:30 position, just to stop us blowing off when we do have to stop at stations. Yellow signal popped up then, but immediately changed to green, so I think we're alright. Pressure's coming up now. I don't think we need any more coal on. Not coal on as in bodily organ, I mean coal as in coal on the fire. Terrible joke, I know. I believe they also forgot to model AWS properly. This sunflower indicator, you know, it's a green signal. I can acknowledge it as much as I want, that never disappears. It does make the noise though. Yeah, but I mean, I got the Flying Scotsman along with Train World 4 and all the routes for that just before Train World 5 got released, when it was on sale for, you know, a bundle of Train World 4 stuff. And a couple of other routes chucked in as well. It was all on sale before Train World 5 came out, and I got Flying Scotsman, load of routes, etc, etc, before Train World 5 came out for £7. So for £7 it's not bad, but if I'd have bought the Flying Scotsman pack, you know, it's a little bit annoying that the fireman isn't, or firewoman isn't modelled properly, and it's also a bit annoying that the AWS isn't technically fully functional, but, you know, I can't really complain too much when I got all that stuff I've just mentioned for £7. Jaden's here. Thank you for joining, Jaden. Nice to see you. It says good evening, chaps. It has indeed been a while. Oh, and Kurt's here as well from the Modern Show. Thank you for joining, both of you. Lovely to see you. It's been, well, the last stream I did was December 23rd, 2023. So call it January 24. It's been just over a year since I last did a live stream. So nice to see the 3 originals all in one chat room together. God help us, especially with Jaden here. But nice to see you all. Thank you for joining. I need to remember to sit up in my chair and not slouch, because otherwise I end up looking like I'm about 3'6". It has been a while, you're right. Now we're blowing off again, so I will momentarily shut that to 25. 25 is quite a good pressure for, quite a good damper setting for maintaining pressure, and I think we've stopped blowing off now in the area. 2.7 to Retford, we'll be there in less than, well, 2.7 minutes, 60 miles an hour, minute a mile, going over that, so, yeah. Jaden will be pleased to know that we are indeed driving Flying Scotsman in the correct colour, which is BR Brunswick green. Well, that's another thing I like to watch. Oh, I've just been hit by an 801. That's good. Another thing I like to watch, ooh, let's get the camera sorted, is this little intake, well, piston little pokey thing up there. Thing that controls the steam admission to the main cylinder, the big one at the bottom from the well, that slide piston at the top. I think they do. Yes, Kurt, it was that long ago. 23rd December 23, I would say. You don't seem to be doing 100 mile an hour pushing the Flying Scotsman. Very misleading title. Jaden, I've been told by the signaller I've got to wait. I'm not allowed to. Got to wait until network. Oh, why is that blaring at me? Oh, for 120 mile an hour speed limit? Yeah. Yeah, the signaler's told me, well, he hasn't told me off, he's told me I'm not to go above 75 until I get permission. Sorry, phone network rail, if you've got any grievances with the speed I'm currently doing. Want to go via Newark. So yeah, not my fault, Jaden, it's the signaller. We will get to 100 mile an hour, I promise you. How's my day been? It's been alright. I've spent an hour or so setting up for this. But yeah, it's been good. You've mixed up the colours. That's BR green, which is actually not the correct colour it is now. I thought they were the same colour. That's quite embarrassing. Cock that up. Pete's defending me. He said he's getting their liability. Yeah, in our Discord server we call on the main line slash. Oops, I've glitched under the map. We call Jaden the liability. And the pressure's really low again because I'm too busy getting cold shots for the camera. Pay attention. We're not actually going to get to 100 mile an hour at this rate because we'll be running on about 35 psi. Curtis said it's been a nightmare today for me. My mum hit a pothole yesterday in my dad's car, so they've been changing the rear springs in one snap. Wow, that's not good. Also the clutch went. Dear me. Kurt's definitely been doing burnouts at traffic lights for that to happen. Pete said pokey thing. Very technical term, George. Yeah, I agree. Nah, we're going to have some more coal, more damper. Nowhere near 75. Jaden, I'll prove to you. Look, here, please maintain 75 mile an hour until instructed to open the train up. So, thank you. Jaden says that's a joke about the title, by the way, and these BR Brunswick Green and BR Green are the same. I thought they were. I thought they were, but I just assumed you knew more than me. Well, you probably do, to be fair. He says it was a joke about the title. Okay, fair enough. Kurt would never dream of doing that. It's only a 1.2, don't you? My dad's is a 0.999. So my joke is it's less capacity than one of them big Pyrex jugs you make gravy in. Or maybe that's just me really northern thinking of Pyrex jugs for gravy. We need more pressure. Come on, Susan, get shoveling. Oh, the sun is coming out now. It's getting slightly less foggy. Thank God. It'll look even better this when I've got a 4K monitor. I mean, it won't look any better to you because I've got a crap capture card, but when I can afford a 4K monitor it'll look a lot better. And when I can eventually afford a 4K capture card, of course. Let's have a check on the old boiler pressure. Here we go. Pete, do you want another look at the pokey thing? There you go, pokey thing, and the springy thing for the buffery thing. So, the Flying Scotsman, as I said in the description, first did this on the 30th of November 1934. So it's 9 years from now to 34, 9 years off 100, 91 years ago it did this. And yet these days we still barely get above 125, which is frankly embarrassing. But why are we not accelerating anymore? Do we need some more regulator? We're at 100% years after Mallard first achieved 120, well she did 126. We're still doing 125 apart from on HS1 with the javelins, I think they can do 140. So yeah, we've in 87 years we've not really come that far in terms of speed. I mean, in terms of comfort, I guess we have. In terms of not burning coal we have, although to be fair Ratcliffe only shut down in September. It's power station, but yeah, we've not really come that far. We're still burning diesel. And we're still burning fossil fuels to make electric. So yeah, if you look at that, 87 years on, it's still not really got much faster. Kurt says no, the clutch when I wasn't driving, somebody else. Oh, so it's somebody else has been doing, but I nearly fell off the chair. It's somebody else has been doing burnouts. I say, I blame them and bill them for it. Front wheel drive 1.2 litre 16V, I presume that means 16 valve Clio 2003. Nice, my cousin had one of them when she passed. Well, not when she passed, when she was learning to drive. And when she passed until she got a 14 plate red Clio, I think it was. Hey, the sun's come out and the fog's cleared. Lovely. Look at that. Majestic. I don't know if any of you guys have started to drive yet. I have a test booked end of March. Jaden says, in which case, Kurt, put one of those single-use recyclable roasting tray things that you use on the Christmas dinner or what under each of the rear wheels, then put the handbrake on. Top Gear tried to do that, didn't they? Jaden says, legal disclaimer, I have not done that, but I've heard about it, and yes. I'll believe you. Now we've got a yellow signal coming up, this is not necessarily good. And it's gone green, never mind. Panic over. Well, this being a scenario, of course it was going to start all dramatic and moody and foggy, thinking, pathetic fallacy thinking, oh, can we get it to 100, and now it's come out blazing 40-degree sunshine, as is so common with train sim world weather. I mean, it can be bright, sunny, winter's day, couple of degrees, and then you go 2 miles down road and it's like torrential rain and storm. Top Gear did do that. Yes, I thought they did. That looks beautiful. I mean, technically it's not even 6 proper coaches, we've got the support coach as well. We're blowing off again. Check the speed. That's fine. Bit higher out of the way of them masts. Right, I think I'm going to position myself at my usual position. Let's see if we can stop us blowing off so much we're just wasting coal straight out of the chimney. Take a couple of other camera angles. That's that one, that's quite nice. It's quite nice actually, I'm going to take a screenshot. Lovely. That's the back end of the train, pootling along quite nicely. I mean, we're not that much further back than where we were. And that's my usual spot. Centre cab. Very nice. Quite a good one as well. And we're still blowing off. If I open the blower, if that'll waste a bit of steam. Should do. 7.1 miles to Newark. Jaden says the UK weather is funny like that, George. Just a completely different weather zone every 30 centimetres it seems. Well, it certainly is in Train Sim World, I'll tell you that for free. I've just remembered he's got my 66, I forgot I had that. Well, you have indeed. Once it was raining at the front of our house, but not in the back. Yeah, one of my mates, well, somebody who I used to know, were once on a bike ride and said that they were riding on one side of the road in torrential rain and looked over to the other side of the road and it would dry. So you can guess what I did there, crossed over to the other side of the road. Have I still got the layout in the loft, George, or have you gone off that a bit? Yeah, I've still got it in the loft. My intention is to make a video explaining what's happening with that. I'm not going to spoil it and explain it now because I'll rehearse what I'm going to say when I make the video, but yeah, I've not forgotten about it. It's just that all I'm going to say is at the moment it doesn't really make much sense for me to do work on it, so it all will be explained in a video in the next week or so. I'll record that. I'll make a point of recording that and releasing it because several people have asked that now. Is this on my Series X? Yes it is, but what you're seeing is not as smooth as what I'm seeing on my screen. The capture card can only do 30 FPS. I think my monitor can do slightly more than that, but it can't do 60, and my monitor's not 4K, so it doesn't look too bad on OBS actually. It's certainly a lot better than it would have been on the 1S. But yeah, this is running on the Series S, not the Series S, Series X, because I upgraded from a 1S. Pressure's dropping a little bit again, so let's have some welly. I've a little bit more coal on as well. We must have burnt a fair bit by now. Oops, now we're glitching through the sander again. We don't want to glitch through the sander again. Beautiful day now, look. When you say your monitor can't do more than 60, you mean FPS or Hertz? I mean FPS. I don't know what Hertz it is. I'd have to Google. It's the cheapest one you could get from Argos. It was £59. It's AOPEN, spelled AOPEN, which is an Acer brand. It was 59 quid when I bought it because I just wanted. I'd previously been using a telly back in my old room before I'd redecorated. I had a laptop and a telly, but the telly were too big, and I wanted a monitor that was obviously bigger than a 14 or a 17-inch laptop screen, but that could be, you know, mounted on a pole properly because the telly I was using was old and looked terrible. So, whistle board. So I just got a cheap one because I'm cheap. Yeah, I know what you mean. Life has got in the way of my layout. Well, yeah, that's one of the things I'm gonna say when I record the video. Sometimes I've thought about taking it down and turning the set into a workshop. Yeah. Should have built a gaming PC, George. Yeah, I've had this debate with Jaden over message quite a few times. Building a gaming PC really wouldn't make all that much sense to me. I've got quite a few disc games I still play. Forza Horizon 4 still on the disc game. Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2 disc game. What's the other one? Forza Motorsport 7's on a disc game. And there's some other disc games which I might not play now, but I might, you know, have a phase of going back and revisiting old games I used to play. So, and for the same price that I could buy the Series X for, which was 450 quid, I can't build a gaming PC that's either the same or better than that. And it means, you know, I need a new keyboard, new mouse. It means getting a load of things that, you know, I don't need if I just get an Xbox. For me personally, it just didn't make sense. I wasn't going to get anything better, and I've got too many Xbox games and too many disc games in particular to make it a viable option to get a gaming PC, to be honest. So I did look at it, but you know, I'm an Xbox person. I have been for the last 8-9 years, so I wasn't intending on changing that. FPS is frames per second. Yeah, I am aware. Is it Hertz is the refresh rate? Yeah. So I don't know what Hertz it is, but it's. Well, I don't actually know what FPS it is actually, but it's definitely not a 4K and it's definitely not 60 FPS. I built my brother one not that long ago. The Ryzen 5. Yellow signal. Oh, it's gone green again. A Ryzen 5. I think it was a 1650 or a 1660. I can't remember all the specs off the top of my head. I used to know them when I built them for him, but yeah, it just didn't make sense. Basically, is the long and short of it for me to build a gaming PC. In fact, you know what, since you're all asking, I'll find out. Yellow signal again. And we're blowing off again, I really should pay more attention. And we are going via Newark in 500 yards. I wonder if word's got out that we're doing the speed run yet. Like with Tornado, they kept it a secret, but obviously people found out because they're nosy buggers. Shut that again. Go via location Grantham. Okay, so let me search AO Pen Monitor Argos. £59, that's it. If you really want the full spiel, it's an AO Pen 22CV 1QH 3BI 21.5 inch 100Hz FHD monitor. Okay, so it's 100Hz. Where's the specs? The specs have disappeared. About this product. 1080p, 100Hz refresh rate. Doesn't actually tell you the FPS. I'm going to guess 30, but well, that'd make sense actually. If the monitor can do 30 and there's a 100Hz refresh rate, that'd explain why it looks better on the monitor than it does through OBS, because my capture card can do 30 FPS. The screen I'm going to guess is 30 FPS, but I'm guessing the capture card can't do a refresh rate as high as the monitor, so that's why the monitor looks a lot smoother than the OBS. So yeah, I'm guessing that's why. So, I know you'll do a video, but is this the channel still going to be used, or is it going to go into hibernation? Well, I'm not going to say hibernation, it's not going to be, you know, that long term. I mean, I am sticking, I noticed the other day I'm on 485 subscribers, and I also remembered, I also remembered that I never did a 400 subscriber special either, because I said, alright, I did a 250 subscriber special. I said I wasn't going to do a 300 because it was too close, I said I was going to do a 400, but now that we've sailed past 400, I might as well wait until half of 1,000 or 500 if you want to do it like that. So yeah, it's not going into hibernation, but all will be it's not, I'm not leaving, I'm not quitting, you know, it's just circumstances mean I can't do as much as I would like to. Just let me know if the video and the audio, both me speaking and of course the game, just let me know if they're all still alright. I presume they are, because nobody's told me otherwise. But yeah, I really should. I haven't got my. I've failed. I haven't done the usual Ibercare Mod Railway typical thing of having a drink of choice, have I? I haven't even got any chocolate. I'll have to do that when I go downstairs. So we are coming up to Grantham, and then after that we get permission, Jaden, direct this at you who was complaining, reach 100 miles per hour. So we are on our way, 10 miles, and we should be able to open taps. And we're about to blow off again, so let's shut that door. It took me a while to find this damper. It basically just draws air through the fire while you're on the move. If you want air drawing through the fire to build up pressure while stationary, or I guess if you were lighting the loco up for the first part of, well, for the first time that day, you'd, oh, the blower's still open, you'd open the blower. But dampers are used when the engine's moving and the blowers when the engine is stationary. I may keep the blower open actually, just to ensure that, not that we've had any problem generating pressure, but it does waste steam, which is what I'm wanting to do now to stop us, ooh, the car there, which is what I'm wanting to do now to stop us blowing off quite so much. I don't know what happened with mine. I'm more focused on my Instagram. I have almost 1,500 followers on there. Ooh, well done to you. He's also starting his own business. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So the trains are not really my priority. I might sell a few. Fair enough. Still looks good, George. This camera may die because it's quite sensitive to me moving it, but I'm going to tilt it down slightly, so I'm aware that I'm not in shot half of the time. And then now I've tilted it down too much. 1 moment, please. Better. I keep leaning back in this chair and there's less and less of me that appears on screen. Now, why have we slowed down so much? Must have been going uphill slightly. Yeah, that's better. I'm in shot more often now. Pete says still looks good. Thank you. I really should pay more attention to train management rather than reading the comments. Well, that is kind of the point of the live stream, to interact with people. And I've also just realised I'm not even in the centre of shot, so I can scooch over slightly. And the pressure's dropping again. Pay attention, for God's sake. Bit more coal, I reckon. I have been saving this scenario. I've wanted to do it many times, but I thought, no, I'll either do it in a video or do it in a live stream with you lot. And well, that's what I did. Well, that's what I am doing now. So I've been tempted to complete it, but I thought, no, I'll let the viewers experience the moment with me. So that's what we're doing. Obviously now, with you lot. Kurt said I've looked at some of my old videos the other day and didn't realise how embarrassing they were. Yeah, and I never like looking at videos or photos of me, you know, being younger. Not something I enjoy doing. Primarily because I just realised how crap my hair looked or how chubby my face looked or things like that. I had a really chubby face. Not so much anymore, but Jaden says he just popped me a message, not expecting to respond right now, but I just thought I'd let you know. Yeah, that's fine, no problem at all. I like how in the reflection of the Flying Scotsman there, you got the two buffers in the front of the smoke box door. You can see the reflection of the Flying Scotsman's buffers, like from the front on view, rather than sort of from this view. A little bit strange. How are we doing speed and power wise? You know, doing fun. Speed and boiler pressure rather instead of speed and power. Jeremy Clarkson's driving. Although I am incredibly jealous that Flying Scotsman got to Fire Tornado, but Jeremy Clarkson got to Fire Tornado in the race between the car, the Superbike. Was it Superbike that Hammond was driving? No, it was old things, wasn't it? So it was Tornado, although it was a new build. May was driving an old car and Hammond was driving an old motorbike that I think his carburettor's got buggered up or something with water. When he was driving, he had to stop and fix it halfway. Yeah, I am incredibly jealous that Clarkson got to fire Tornado. And he also sent bacon through the chimney as well, which is a typical Clarkson thing to do. Oh, tunnel! And somehow the steam is still bright white. Oh, okay, let's fix that. These lights, by the way, they just illuminate the gauges. I find them just called glare in the sunlight, really, to be honest, but nice to cover them on and off. Kurt says he saw Clarkson the other day. He drove through my village in my Lambo tractor lot. Oh, you're near Chadlington, Cotswolds area. Very nice. I do intend to visit Diddley Squat sooner rather than later. Not far, Jaden, until we can get up to 100 with any luck. So what I am going to do now is conserve a little bit of boiler pressure so we can give it the full whack when we get to Grantham in less than a minute's time. So I am going to actually let us blow off. The company that built Tornado in 2009, I wish they made more like us. My golly, is Tornado beautiful loco? Yes, she is. Well, she's been in BR Green / Brunswick for a while, and she recently got overhauled and repainted. You know the building Prince of Wales, don't you? The P2, the Mikados. You do know they are building another one, don't you? And they're also going to build a V2, is it, or a V1 after that? We've already got another one lined up. And I think another company, although nowhere near as successful, I don't think it's going to happen. I think there's a company in Doncaster who are also building a P2. I think they're building Cock of the North, although, you know, I don't think they're going to do it because I think the websites and the news pages are just, you know, they're just dried up. Right, we've been given permission to get to 100, so I say we crack it all the way open. We do the thing that I don't like doing. Crack it all the way open. Give us a bit more on the reverser. Crack the boiler pressure full to busting. And, well, let's see if we can't get to 100, shall we? Doesn't help that we're going up at 1 in 200, but we shall see if we can get. So it begins. I don't know how long we have to get to 100, presumably before the buffer stops at Peterborough, but we'll see. I could cheat by looking at the map and seeing the... Is it topography that's to do with how... Is that the right word, topography, when you look at how terrainy or hilly it is? But no, we'll just see what happens. At the moment we're limited to, well, really gaining any speed. It's stuck at 74 because of this hill. Jaden's seen May from a distance. I've never seen any of them from a distance. Well, I've just never clapped eyes on any of them at all. I believe that is the right term, but I'm not the best person to ask. Let's ask Dr. Google instead. Topography. The arrangement of the natural and artificial physical features of an area is the study of the form and features of land surfaces. And I'm getting pictures of hills with contour lines on, so I would guess that that is indeed the correct term. I am concerned that we might not get to 100. There's not much more I can do really. Unless turning this down makes us go faster. No, it doesn't, because the accelerometer's just gone down. No, we'll just have to wait until it flattens out, I think. Oh, diggers. For the construction fans among us. There is an imposter among us. I installed that again recently, I've been enjoying it. Not on Xbox because I'm too cheap to pay for gold or whatever they call it now. But playing it on the other plinking machine. Is it me or does it look like we're going downhill? No, we're still going uphill, obviously. Might get a surprise when you reach 100. I know there's an achievement for it because I've watched Dovetail do it in one of their release streams for Flying Scotsman. Oh, tunnel and the welling smoke. Now it's gone. Fair enough. Do we get some music playing again? Because I know that when you do the testing scenario for testing the 801 after it's been, I don't know, serviced or overhauled, there's a scenario in which you do that, you get some music playing. I wonder if we get, I am going to guess we get that as well. As I say, I've not done this scenario before, you can tell that from the start there wasn't a medal or a score next to it, so. Let's see what happens. No, we're still going uphill, this is terrible. Oh no, it's like we're going less uphill. Yes, we're going downhill. I think we're going to do it. We ought to have a little counter in the top right that tells us how long we've got until we slam into the buffers at 96 or whatever. Right, we are blowing off, but oh no, we're blowing on and then blowing off. You can see there, but we're just crossed 80 miles an hour. Okay. 82. Kurt says he's off now. Speak to you next time whenever that is. If it's not before your test, George, I hope it goes well. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you for coming to watch today, and see you again another time. 88. Okay, maybe I should be slightly responsible and stop us blowing off quite so much. But not too much. Yeah, we're maintaining around there. You can see the arrow keeps flicking up and down. 91. Connor Young has joined. Thank you for joining, Connor. How am I? I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? I was concerned that we were going to be fighting this 100-mile-an-hour speed limit, or target of 100-mile-an-hour speed limit. I was concerned that we were going to be fighting a 1 in 200 gradient all the way up, but no, we've got plenty of downhill. So I think what we ought to do now, once I'm happy that we are going to get there without any boiler pressure issues, I'm going to turn the camera off and we'll see what happens when we get to it. Turn the hood off, sorry. Connor says he's good. Good to hear. Very good. How does 100 feel inside the cab actually? Oh, we're nearly there. I'm going to do it from inside the cab. We want to. This is what they would have been doing with Tornado when it did 1.6, I think it was. Right, 99. I think we're at 99. 100 is coming up. Oh, we got a bleep. We got a bleep. 100, 101. How fast can we go actually? Oh, here we go. Here's the music that I predicted. Well, we've done it, chaps. This is the same music that played when you did the HEMR test scenario. Another one of the scenarios. Oh, and now we are speeding. Never mind. At this point, I just actually want to see how fast we can go. I mean, as long as I still get gold or diamond medal, I'm not that bothered. We haven't been doing that much speeding beforehand, so. We've done it. Thank you for coming along for the ride, gentlemen and ladies, if there's any watching. Have you tried the route Great Western Railway onboard train announcements? Portsmouth Harbour to Brighton? I haven't. HST, no? I can show you the routes I've got after we finish it. 111. We've got a one. We're going down a 1 in 200 now instead of going up. The speedometer has maxed out at 100 and won't go any further. Fair enough. What do you reckon we can set a new speed? If we get above 126, that would be pretty good. I don't think it's going to happen. The boiler is as pressured as it can go. This is all the way open. This is all the way open. Both ejectors are shut, so we're on air brakes. This is rammed to the rafters. We have 11 miles to get to 126. Call it we're 120 mile an hour now. That means we've got roughly just over 5.5 minutes. Well, 120 would mean 5.5 minutes to get to 126. Jaden says yes, 112 exclamation mark. I don't think we're going to get to 112 factorial speed limit, Jaden, but I appreciate your optimism. Maths joke for you there. When I first heard the music at 100, had the hairs on the back of my neck standing up like a poignant moment. Yeah, when I did the HEMR one, I had a little bit of goosebumps going there. 117, you know, I think we might actually do this. We only need 9, we'll call it 10 mile an hour to get 127. I think we might actually do it. We should be, oh no. We now would, oh no. 1 in 240, we're still going downhill but not quite as much. We are horrifically speeding and probably going to end up with the bronze then. What's that on the back of the train carriages? There's no diesel on the back. It's just a coach that looks darker. I think it's another guard coach actually. We've got a yellow signal. That's not good. Oh, don't do it. Ah, there's another train. Please don't yellow signal me. Maybe we're going too fast. Maybe we've actually caught up to the green signals. Go green. Go. Yes, it's gone green. It's amazing how much difference background music or music in general can make. Yeah, I agree. And I have read several forums, several posts on the forums that have suggested that, and there's another one. Oh no, I thought I had another train then. It wasn't. I have read several posts that suggest that people, well, not suggested, basically posts of people moaning about the music, but I quite like it. You know, it's for dramatic effect, and I do like the music. I enjoyed it on the HEMR one, and I am enjoying it. I did enjoy it on this one, so yeah. $120, 6 miles to go. Well, 6 miles, 121. I think we're going to do this. We're still going downhill. Don't jinx it. Touch wood. My desk is made of wood. 121. I think they're 801s if I'm not mistaken, Connor. They're very similar. I mean, I can't tell the difference really. I think it's to do with how many engines they've got, whether they're bi, tri, modal. I know the 801s have only got backup diesel engines, but I think some of the later numbers in the 80X series can run on diesel round local lines, not just on emergency backup diesel engines in case the 801 break down. But yeah, 801, yeah, you're right. Come on! Okay, we're still going downhill. I was concerned it was going slightly less downhill. 121. 122. Maybe they've programmed it so you can't. That'd be a bit annoying. Can I just point out the absolute ludicrousy with which these are going round? I mean, them lubricators are nearly going round once every second. Just look at that. That is absolutely ridiculous. Let's have a look at the crank as well, for the 3rd cylinder. And let's have a look at Pete's pokey thing at the front, which is doing a lot of pokey things. No, okay, we're on the flat. I think that might be it, folks. Yellow signal still threatening us. And now we're going uphill. Damn it! I don't think we're going to do it. And okay, we got AWS. Still going downhill. Another yellow coming up. You get class 801 Great Western Railway. I think it's the LNER one, but people have reskinned it to the Great Western one. Yeah, you're right. I don't think we're going to do it. Portsmouth Harbour to Brighton. I didn't know that was a route, to be fair. Is that East Coast way? No, it can't be, can it? I'm not sure, actually. Yep, I don't think we're going to do it. No, we've gone back up. Come on, 2.3 miles, 4 miles an hour. Is it really that much to ask? What happens if I jam the regulator, the reverser more forward? Does that mean we get more speed? Because we can afford to waste a bit of boiler pressure. More Weetabix, George. Here comes the aeroplane. No. I don't think we're going to do it. Oh, 1 in 300, we might do. Come on, you stupid thing. Maybe if I give a whistle. No, the whistling won't help, that just reduces the boiler pressure. Let's try 45 again. Class 801 going Peterborough, London, King's Cross. London's King's Cross isn't in Renton though, is it? But it certainly happens in real life. So I've done it. I've gone from the area in which I live, obviously, which I'm not going to tell you. Total London, King's Cross on 801, yes, that's definitely a real life route. I've gone from further up from Peterborough. Yep, I don't think we're going to... Jaden says good at the clappers. I don't think we're going to do it, folks. No, that's it. Well, I'm just going to power off now, I think. And just let her come down to not breaking the speed limit by herself. I think she deserves a bit of a rest. Well, we nearly got 226, we were just 4 off, but we're breaking the speed limit quite severely and probably going to get a rubbish score at the end now, but oh well, for the purpose of the stream, I think we've done fine. Next station is Peterborough, indeed. Hang on, do I do the typical train? Mind you, there is no train announcements on the Flying Scotsman. Thank you for joining us on today's speed record attempt run. We have successfully exceeded 100 miles per hour as Flying Scotsman did on the 30th of November 91 years ago. 30th November 1934. We are probably going to be sacked at the end of this because we exceeded the speed limit of 105 miles an hour and we've been pushing 120 for quite a few miles now. So the boffins at Network Rail and indeed at my driving company may have some strong words to say to me at the end of this trip. But thank you for joining us on Flying Scotsman, breaking speed records and railway regulations. Today we hope you've had a pleasant pleasant journey, and hopefully we stop in time for Peterborough, which is looking increasingly unlikely as he jams the brakes on full service. Thank you, and I will keep you updated when we get into Peterborough. Right, let me get my microphone back on before we actually do crash at Peterborough. There we go. Hopefully that wasn't just a load of wind noise into the microphone. You know, I don't think... I think we can take the brakes off now. I think we're going to slow down in plenty of time. Your car insurance company will make this a reason. We'll find a way to make this a reason to make your premium high. Yeah, I won't be surprised. Oh, I forgot as well, when we're coasting, stop blaring at me, AWS, I don't want to know. What it says here, when the regulator is closed at speeds exceeding 25 miles an hour, the cut-off must be at 25. So we broke that rule as well earlier. I mean, technically 3% isn't closed, but I presume it's as damn near closed as that sign wants it to be. So. Well, here she comes in, which is not really limping in as Mallard was. I mean, Mallard had a shattered big, well not shattered, but overheated, ruined big end bearing when she did her speed run. I think they had aniseed. Did they have aniseed in it, or like an aniseed pellet? And it was supposed to give off a smell when it got to a certain temperature. Obviously, it melted and gave off the smell. I think that's what they did with melon. But yeah. Right, so I think that went fairly well, apart from the obvious of breaking the speed limit. I mean, literally breaking the target 100 mph speed limit and the 105 mph speed limit. I think we've done quite well there. Nothing too mishappy. We've not crashed. We've not derailed despite breaking the speed limit. The next thing to do is not pass this red signal in 290 odd yards at danger, because that would be a sour end to the run, wouldn't it? As well as being told off for speeding, we've been told off for spadding as well, so let's try not to do that. Maybe letting the ABS activate is a good way to stop you now, George, after what you've done. Yeah, I can agree with that. Lord Sugar, you're fired. It's a good job Lord Sugar doesn't operate the railways. Yes! I know there's a red signal. Not blaring at me, for goodness sake. Now, it's not actually 9:30, which is when I plan to end this. So, methinks we may do another quick little muck about on another route. Can't really see the red signal because it's on the wrong side of the chuffing platform, so let's cheat and stick my head out 15 feet out the window instead. Let's shut the regulator, open the drain cocks. Haha, cock. That's very childish. And I think I've applied the brakes too soon. Okay, maybe not. We might be alright. Yeah, we're going to be fine. Well, here she comes, last 8 yards to go. Let's stick the brakes on there, that'll be fine. I've just realised the blower's been open all this time as well. But again, we've not really been trying to generate any pressure, so not really concerned. Might as well stick this onto full service, we're not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Well, so we've done it. We've managed to get to 100 miles an hour. The fog cleared. We got permission just after Grantham to open the taps up to 100. We hit 100 with relative ease. And we got to, I think, 122 was the top speed that we achieved. So, well, we've fulfilled the mission of today's stream. I'm not going to say goodbye just yet. I think we'll go on to another route and do a little bit of mucking about there. Just to get us to get past 9:30, because that's when I plan to end, so we might as well use the full-time allocation. And yeah, as Pete says, we didn't jinx it at all. We didn't jinx it at all. We didn't jinx it at all. Yeah, Jaden's confirmed 122 miles an hour, so there we go. Jolly good stuff. In Peterborough, what trains have we got? Excuse me, obviously Flying Scotsman, an 801 over there. Lovely. And a woman in a billboard. Lovely. So, you managed to do it after controller batteries were out. Yeah, that's fine. You managed to do it. Also, there has been passengers on board. I presume they're all the railway boffins doing all the dynamometer type stuff. Yeah. Pretty happy with that. Pretty straightforward. Can I recommend it as a scenario that you do? If you've got a spare hour and 20 minutes, absolutely. So, we shall wrap it up there by shutting the doors, saying thank you to Susan for pretending to shovel coal into the firebox, and that shuts the door on that scenario. Another crew will take the train down to King's Cross. We can go and rest up in the support coach. What happens if I don't want to rest up in the support coach? Well done, driver, that was a great thrill. Now ease her back gently ahead of our book stop at Peterborough. I thought they just said... Well, that was odd. I'm going to say I thought they just said another crew were going to do it, but maybe if you returned to free roam and got back in it, it'd let you drive it down from Peterborough. I might test it actually. So yeah, we lost 2,000 points on speeding, which meant we got a gold medal, not a diamond one. I may do that in my own time and try and get the diamond medal. But yeah. Oh no, it won't let you. I thought it was going to let you return to free roam and might let you jump out of the seat and back in and drive it down to King. Oh no, never mind. King's Beyond Peterborough isn't modelled in this game, so I'm just talking bollocks. Right, let's, we've got about 10, well, I can go as long as I want, but my aim was to finish about 9:30. So, let's find another route. Not that I'm not going to do a massive long thing, but if I can find a route that we're going to do a little bit of shunting on. Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's go on West Cornwall local. I know there's some nice shunting on there. Or do we go, no, we've done some steam, we'll finish off with more steam. So we'll do LMS Jubilee and we'll do one that's not in the pitch black. There we go. Edge Hill Yard to Liverpool Lime Street, 12 minutes. Take a light engine to some passenger coaches at Lime Street in preparation for a passenger service. That sounds good to me. Let's just advance the time so it's not going to be pitch black. 1st of April. Let's give this a go just to finish the stream off, because why not? Right, so we're going to want full backwards. Cylinder cocks are open. Small ejector fully open. Open the window. Check that they're off. We don't need to open the large ejector when we've just got the train. The small ejector can take the vacuum off perfectly fine. Blow the whistle. We are driving Anson, not driven this one before. 45762. So let's nip down to Lime Street for these coaches, shall we? I'll just check we are going. Yeah, there's a wall that way, so we are definitely going that one. What was that? Full big flash. And again, and again, and again, and again. Must be this wall having problems. So is it a simple case as backing all? Yeah, we don't need to change any points. The route's already been set. And of course we get the... if I open the blower it might stop it blowing off as much. But it's going to do my head in that. I'll turn the lamp on when we get down to Lime Street as well in case it's a little bit dark in between. Give it the beans! Only do 20, Jaden, bloody hell. You've got a right need for speed. We've only just done 122 and 105. What more do you want me to do? Oh, red signal. Brake. Brake, goddamn you! Well, we're not going to... Stop! Stop. Thank you. I'll call that a... That's not as bad. There's a fair distance there. Okay, that nearly ended badly. I do that every time. I come round out of Edge Hill Yard, come round here, and every time, no matter how many times I do scenarios or timetable runs like this, every time I forget about the GANs from here. No, I've got to wait. Every single time. And I don't learn my lesson, so... Maybe I will have learnt it now. I've embarrassed myself on stream. Yeah. Avalanche of coal if you open that. Where is this training section ahead? I can't see no training section ahead. Something's coming out of Edge Hill. Yes, it will be this one. Well, we'll wait for him to pass and we'll be fine. Beams, that's why it's blowing off. That's very true. Red means stop when you're going forward. When you're going backwards, red means go because everything's reversed. That's how it works in my head. Fair enough. I can't knock the logic, to be fair. Where is this bloody train that's making me wait at this red for so long? Right, I guess we wait and deafen ourselves with the sound of safety valves for the next 5 minutes. I'll just keep one eye up there as well, just to be sure that we're not going to sit here. Mine sit here for ages. Is it on the map yet? No, it's taking its sweet time in the bottom left there, you can just see it. Should probably also apologise for the fireman for breaking the nose as well. Probably slammed straight into the back head of the boiler when I jammed the under brakes on. I'm slouching again. I should learn to sit up properly. Professional. Me when I'm planning to break the speed limit in Flying Scotsman. Yes, I think I shall break some laws. Where is this train? Goodness me. Oh, why are you stopped at a green signal? It's green! Look! Stopped at instruction. Well, bollocks to your instructions. Oh, it's fine. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You stopped at a station. So you're telling me, because you're stopped all the way down there, that the signaller can't possibly find another route to get you past me on these 15 million tracks over here? That's just ridiculous. Network rail, tell you. Waste of time. Oh, now you're moving, are you? Fine. Honestly. Can't get staff these days. Unless he's going to divert from there to there on that set of points. I don't understand these things. Alright, fair enough. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He is crossing straight. Oh, no, he's not. I thought he was going to cross on that crossover there, but he's not, is he? That's just taking the mick, that. Oh, come on then. He's not even crossing in front of me. Look, my blue path's there. At no point has he crossed my blue path. Why is it? Why am I being held? I don't understand. Oh, fine, show me up at the last minute by crossing over there. Fine, have it your way. Yeah, sod off. Familiar rant from George, yeah, you know. So you're telling me in the 10 minutes it's taken him to get from halfway up to Edge Hill to stop at Edge Hill to then pass me here? You're telling me you couldn't have allowed a light loco to go past while he was stood at the station? Like, it's taken him like 7 minutes to get from where I start, from, you know, when I stood here. It's taken him like 7 minutes. It's not going to take me 7 minutes to do 1.8 mile, never mind 7.8 minutes. Never mind 7 to 8 minutes to get 200 yards down there so he won't cross in front of me. That's just ridiculous. Right, never mind. Ridiculous. So you're telling me the signaller thinks it's going to take 8 minutes for me to get from here to that next signal post down there? That's just absolutely ridiculous. He wants sacking. It's just ridiculous. If I say ridiculous one more time, somebody shout at me. George really isn't happy. No, I'm not. Sometimes I do this for comedic effect, and sometimes I do this because it's genuinely stupid. This is one of the times where it's genuinely stupid. And also slightly for comedic effect, but I won't admit that. Oh, whoops, I just did. Never mind. Not wrong though, yeah. There, look, 7 to 8 minutes. No, it's taken me about 7 to 8 seconds to get from there. That's just stupid. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to blow a gasket in a minute. Yeah, I am. I'm going to have my own little miniature safety valve pop at the top of my head and all the pressure's going to come out. At least I've stopped it blowing off by jamming the regulator opening. And now he wants us to do 20. Fine, if you insist. I've had the cylinder drain cocks open all this time as well. That was a bit silly. Spirit of Steam, despite being an older route, doesn't actually run as smoothly as you would expect it to. You may be able to tell, actually. Oh, there's a train coming on the way up. Reversing up by the looks of it, so I guess shunted engine maybe? Now he'll have just pulled in. He'll have pulled in with a service, and that service that I was shouting at, I'll have pulled it out, and now he's going back to the sheds to spin round. Fair dues, can't knock that. Get some brakes on. $15 coming up, could say it's a head gasket, yeah. What? Right, let's try his best to stay at 15. I picked a scenario where we were going forwards looking at the loco, but no, typical me. I'm happy that the boiler pressure's not causing us to blow off a lot of them. Oh look, somebody's had an accident, left a wheel behind. That's the batteries gone. It's a good job I have 2 of them. Rechargeable ones, by the way. I bought some rechargeable ones because, well, anybody knows at the rate of which you go through Duracells if you ran your constant control on them. I mean, they pretty much pay for themselves within 2 recharge. I think these were, you got 2 rechargeable batteries. I think it was like 12, 13 quid. And, you know, they just pay for themselves. You know, within 2 to 3 recharges, just the price of batteries these days. Oh yeah. And of course you get 2, so I can just quickly chuck another one in now. And I'll put that one on charge later. You get the cable that plugs into your Xbox as well. Why are we barely accelerating, by the way? 1 in 94. And there's another red signal. Who the bloody hell have we got to wait for now? Right, I'm going to stop us about there. So we do still need to be able to see the signal. Oh, I know. Because we have to request access. Yeah, we do. Because we're going into the platform with another train and we have to request access. So I can't blame the signaller for that one. Don't think I've actually been in a platform this far over at Lime Street before. They're always normally really far left as you look coming in. Now I'm going to try and observe the correct coupling up procedure, which I believe is to stop a few yards short and then blow your whistle and then gently back onto them. So I believe if you just back straight onto them without stopping, it's classified as a collision. So if we stop about there, give a toot on the whistle, and gently back on, there we go. Get your brakes on. Set this to mid gear. Almost. No, almost. Ah! Could sit down and do it, but I'm determined to do it in person. Yeah, there we go. Right. Got to couple up. No, shut the door on yourself. Oh, goodness sake. Goodness me! Right, let's try again. Thank you. Now I can't shut the door. Sod it, never mind. Couple up, in which we've stopped far too far away. But never mind. Just yanks the entire loco back 2 yards backwards. I've coupled, are you happy? No? Oh, glory. Oh, okay, now you've beeped. Well, there we go. That wasn't exactly elegant. There was a bit of speeding and shouting. But... Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. To end the stream, I believe that this guy will now depart. Shall I wait until he departs and then end it there? Yeah, I think so. In fact, I can look when he's due to depart, because you can look on the platform, you can see the departure times. So, if I can get a... The only thing about console is it's fine adjustments like this is difficult. Live Street Platform 12, 7:58 Ditton Junction is the next one. And it's currently 50. Do I want to wait 8 minutes? Probably not. Yeah, I'll not wait 8 minutes, I'll leave it there. Right, so I'll leave you with the Jubilee Anson in front of us. I've accidentally left the blower on, I'll turn that off. That's just going to annoy me even further. Blower off. No, I'm on the floor again. Door. Right, if I do that, and then can I climb down? And I only want to shut the door. Somebody help me out here. Yes, that's it. Shut the door and then climb down and then climb back up again. Right, that's a little bit more civilised. It's not quite wasting so much steam. Right, so I will leave you in Lime Street with Anson happily simmering away. Thank you very much for watching today's stream indeed. Thank you very much for coming along to watch me help Flying Scotsman to break the 100-mile-an-hour speed limit, as confirmed by Jaden from On the Main Line, who managed to get to 122 miles an hour. So we nearly got to Mallard's speed record. Great, started blowing off. We nearly got to Mallard's speed record of 126, and we've just had a little pootle around on Spirit of Steam as well, bringing this loco from Edge Hill Yard down to Lime Street, and is now currently making a lot of noise and wasting a lot of steam. So, thank you very much indeed for spending your Saturday evening with me. It's been nice having you here. Thank you to everyone who's been in the chat so far. So that has been Pete's Transport and More, that's been Jaden from On the Main Line, Connor Young, and also Kurt has also joined as well, and I think that's everyone who's been in the chat. Thank you as well if you've just been watching and not necessarily been in the chat, I appreciate that very much as well. Good stream, I think. Nothing went catastrophically wrong. Had a little bit of audio problem at the start, but that was quickly fixed. And I did eventually, you know, it took me half a minute to realise, but I did remember to press go live. So I'm quite surprised actually that this stream's gone as well as it has. Normally, the first streams, when you do one that you've not done in a while, everything completely goes to pot. But we didn't even spad or speed that much. But the second one might have been a lie. But yeah. Thank you very much indeed for joining. I hope to see you again soon. Again, there'll be a video coming out explaining about the state of the channel and the loft layout. Maybe within the week, maybe the next 2 weeks. It may end up being half term, but I'll have to see what I'm up to. Thank you very much indeed for coming to watch today. Please do enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening, and I will see you again sometime soon. Please do take care, and bye for now.